It's Blog Lounge Entertainment, and the time is right with T-Pre.
I hope everybody's doing great this evening. I'm going to be very, very brief. I actually wanted to shout out YM Wonders Why, and I'm going to put a link to her video, or it wasn't a video, but it's a post in my description box, so you guys can see it for yourself. But I also wanted to highlight it because I think enough people have not seen it, and I think it's a very, very good question that she asked. Okay, so as we all know, the white supremacist AAS has been revealed. We are going through some things to confirm some stuff, and we are possibly putting together some other things regarding this matter. But as we know, if in the event we do confirm that this is the Andrea Stewart that is working at the Ventura County District Attorney's Office, then that would be this woman that is on this picture here. I want to put a public apology out for the first picture of the woman who does in fact work as also at the Ventura County District Attorney's Office, but that is not her, and that's unfortunate. But these two women do look very much alike. They have very similar builds and so forth. And I just wanted to go over what YM said, because I think this is really important for the context of this story. So again, shout out to YM. So YM says there are two women with similar hair color, skin tone, physical build, and who have worked together in the same office in California. Both have been revealed in photos this week. Now, will AAS offer a second finder's fee to protect the quote-unquote second woman? Will AAS and her bestie continue this cleanup campaign? And I thought that was a really, really, really great point and very good question, okay? Because as we all know, AAS was quite upset about the posting of the picture of the other woman who is at the office, okay? Although I wish that did not happen, I'm kind of glad it did, because now we know we are in the right place, okay? Because clearly, if it wasn't someone that she knew, then she would not be that rattled about it. If it wasn't someone who was in fact working at the actual office that she actually works, then she would not have been this upset about it, okay? So now my question for AAS is, I think everyone is kind of asking, and YM really started the campaign on that, is what are you going to do about this woman that's on this picture? Because this is the woman that everybody is now posting. We've got this picture up. We have picture evidence of it being on that website. The website shows that photo. It shows the photo along with the name in sequence of who it is. And yeah, so, and it makes absolute sense. Now it doesn't make sense from a person who, has a clear mind, a person who wouldn't do something like, you would, recklessly like this. But it definitely makes sense to the magnitude of how much BS this woman has been involved with in regards to doxing individuals, in regards to attempting to find people's jobs, attempting to find information, as much information as she can, by using a LexisNexis type of system, okay? So it makes complete sense that AAS is behind a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to put something out in the atmosphere because I really think this is kind of important to this context too. There was a situation that happened, right? And shout out to Breaking the Culture. That me and her are cool. We good. We're probably better than we've ever been. And in light of all of this. And I will say this, and I'm not saying this to turn her against AAS or anything like that, because she's entitled to be cool with whoever she wants. But particularly speaking, there was something that happened behind the scenes that I thought she may have been responsible for. I asked her about it, and she let me know that she was not. And the only thing I could do was take her word for it, right? So I did that and we moved on. And she also let me know of something that took place very similar to what happened with me. And it really did not sit right with me. I remember telling her a while ago some things about that looked very fishy for what some situations that she was going through. And again, I'm not going to reveal that because that's her personal business. But there was some things that she was dealing with. And I remember telling her specifically, and she can vouch for this, but she's your friend. So she didn't want to try to get into that, Andrea Stewart. But I remember telling her that I really felt strongly that AAS was fully behind those phone calls and was fully behind the doxing that was taking place with her. And she was trying to make it look like it was let me see your transcript because she has so much information on let me see your transcript. Okay. And she has allegedly the ability to get at, to be privy to this type of information. Okay. Where she can get, information that wouldn't just be available to the public. Okay. Like in a LexisNexis type of, software. It wouldn't necessarily be that, but it would be something similar, right? But I remember saying that. And I remember her response, and I respected her response. But it never sat well with me. It never sat well with me. And it makes me wonder how certain people who hang around in that camp with this white supremacist, right, who weren't aware that she's actually a white supremacist, by the way. This is why the sector needs to get on a united front, because we got a lawsuit, allegedly. But anyway, I remember what happened with that situation. And like I said, I'll never forget it because it never sat well with me. And then with everything else that took place even after that, there was some things, like I said, Breaking and I know. Those things didn't sit well either. But it all makes sense now. It all makes sense how every single person who is within the camp of AAS has been in the business of doxing people. And they're only doxing people who have said something negative about either this white supremacist or Rev G. If she, decides that's what she wants. And I just need everybody who is beefing, quote unquote, with each other back and forth, even down to me and Carrie Ann, right? Who's sending the trolls over to Carrie Ann's chat to tell her a bunch of fuck shit that I'm not doing? And got Carrie thinking I'm doing all this shit to her. And we're all sitting here like, why is she thinking this shit? Where is this coming from? Everybody who is beefing in this sector, right? I need y'all to take a moment and take a step back and take a look at who is feeding you whatever information you're getting. Who is behind it? Because it's only been, the only thing that has changed about her, right? The only thing that has changed about anti-Afro in the past couple of years is the players behind her. That's the only thing. At one time, the players that are behind her now are either new to the sector or are people that she hated a year ago. But she started recruiting you because she thought you were stupid enough to go along with her game. She thought you were, not realizing how close she was to actually being revealed. She became sloppy. And she put the wrong people on her team. But this is everything she's doing is a mirror of what she's been doing for years. And like I said, if it turns out that this is you, ma'am, and that you really are using credentials, you or someone there is using government credentials to dox people and cyberbully people on YouTube and social media, to dox their family members, to dox their friends, to dox their spouses, to dox their children, and to use that to send weird packages to people's homes, send weird packages after you've seen certain people together and you don't like it. So you are the one, all while acting like you are their motherfucking friend, bitch. That's some crazy shit. All while you're acting like you're such a friend, but you are the one calling CPS, allegedly. Yeah. I need everybody who is beefing with each other to stop, because y'all are beefing over her beefs. Every single one of y'all. I don't care how you look at it, what you look at it like, what you want to say, what you want it to be. This woman has got a lot of y'all caught up in some real life situations that your ass cannot afford. Like, you can't afford this. If this woman is working for the Ventura County District Attorney's Office and she is using government software systems to look up information on people, to cyberbully them and stalk them, she has criminal charges that she can face on top of the lawsuit against the state of California, against the county, I mean, you name it. This is big. This is huge. And every person who has been truly affected, you need to start getting your paperwork together. You need to start downloading your videos. You need to start gathering your evidence. For those of y'all, and shout out to Eyes, because she's right. Those of y'all on the West Coast, we need a class action attorney. That's what we need. We need to get this show on the road, because this woman has been a demon in this sector for years. She has been able to evade being seen in the public for years. And because of that, she became sloppy. Because of that, she became so comfortable with what she's been doing, allegedly, that she became that sloppy. But this isn't new. Umar Johnson put this information out a long time ago. I don't recall this photo, though. I recall the other photo of the other woman. And then there was some other photos. So I will say this, though, guys. This is not the first time I've seen a photo like this. So I can confirm this one because I was given this photo the other night. Not this particular photo, but it's another photo of her too that I was given. And maybe one day I'll put it up. But I was given that photo and I was asking some questions about it before I could confirm it. But Shakem was able to confirm it before I could. So shout out to my bro. And yes, from what I know, and like I said, I cannot confirm it, right? But from what I know and from what I'm seeing and what we all are seeing, this woman is her. And I'm telling you, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Like, I can't even fathom how big of a deal it is. How many people have really been affected by this, you know, for years. If anything, Umar Johnson has a major lawsuit, right? If anything, he just might get that money to finish that school. Now, I don't know whether he's going to or not, you know, but that's another story. But either way, whether he does or not, I don't think Umar deserved the level of hatred, visceral, and abuse that he received from this woman, from the treachery of this white supremacist. I really don't. I don't agree with everything with Umar. I really think he should do much better on some things, but I'm not a donor. So it really doesn't matter, right? So therefore, I don't think he deserved this level of visceral as he's received. I don't. And I think everything coming to this woman, everything coming to her, she deserves it. It's unfortunate that there had to be some casualties along the way, meaning some innocent pictures being posted, some people who may have some mental illnesses that are being targeted and being used and being taken advantage of by this white supremacist. As this woman has been constantly doing that with multiple people in multiple spaces. God, I really don't think she grasps how serious it is. I don't. But here's the thing. We're not afraid. Most of us never have been afraid. We just didn't know and couldn't confirm who you were. But I knew the day would come. I knew the day would come that you would have to answer for all of the shit you have put people through. All of the things you have done. Everything that you have put these innocent folks through. You can now see why people have been talking shit about you for several years. Because you have been nothing but a thorn in the side of the people. And the people are done. We're tired. And now we're ready to fight back. What does it feel like, I wonder, to you, to be on the same side of the medicine you've been dishing out for years? What does it feel like to have your photo posted and plastered all over the internet, day in and day out, day in and day out? What does it feel like, AAS, Andrea, to have your coworkers' photos posted all over the internet as you? What does that feel like to you? Does it feel good to you that everybody knows, possibly and allegedly, that you work on Ventura Boulevard in Ventura County at the district attorney's office using government credentials to cyberbully folks? Does it feel good to know that at any given time you could be served at your job, at your place where you live, How does that feel? Don't feel too good, do it? See, the difference between what you've done, white supremacists, and what is coming to you is all the stuff you've done. None of those people actually deserved it. None of them. You're just so weak and so frail. You just can't take it when somebody tells you about yourself. You can't take it when somebody's honest with you and telling you how ridiculous you are. Seems to be a few people like that around here, but we're going to talk about you. Because I have a feeling that a lot of it, just me being in an organization like the XJWs, as an XJW, just me having been in an organization like that, I understand the bite model. I understand how a mind could be taken with propaganda. You understand? I understand how someone could use propaganda against people and have the masses really believing things that are not true. I know how that works because I grew up in such a thing. You work exactly like that. Some of these people that you've got thinking that such and such hates them and such hates them, these are the people that are getting the links to the YouTube channels that you create, that you place your propaganda on, and that you erase, and that you give them a new one. Because you that crazy, allegedly. We are tired. We're tired. Those of us who are not under your grip, we're tired. And we're not going to stand for it anymore. We cannot stop you or control anything you do out here on these YouTube streets. You are entitled to do what you want. You're going to do what you want, as we are. But there are legal consequences, ma'am. Truly legal consequences to the things you've done. Because you've done more than just call people bitches and fat bitches. You've done more than talk shit about people. You've actually attempted to put people's lives in danger, put people's children in danger. You've attempted to have pitted people against one another in the sector to contact child protective services, all while you're doing it too, and then acting like it's somebody else. I remember saying that, and I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And yeah, allegedly, but yeah, it all makes sense. How you got her address. It all makes sense how she started receiving packages after I left. It all makes sense how my aunt's address got out because you wanted me to think she gave it out. And you wanted her to think I gave hers out. Because that's how treacherous and evil you are. All while calling yourself this woman's friend. And then sending her propaganda every day, teaching her that all the women in the sector hate her, and we don't. This is why I want the women to fucking talk. Because y'all have no idea what demon you're dealing with. But I do. And I don't got no problem looking the demon in the face and telling the demon to get gone. It is time for everyone to get on a united front. You ain't got to like each other. Y'all ain't got to be best friends. Y'all ain't got to be none of that. Y'all ain't got to go out and have lunch and dinner and breakfast together. Y'all don't have to come out and enjoy each other's company or nothing. But it is time to get on a united front when it comes to this white supremacist. That's all I got to say. Let me go ahead and look at these comments. Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Let me go ahead and read your comments. You said, what's AAS? If you don't know, I don't know why you're in here. You said tapping in. What's up, Riz Lyricist? You need to know that if it's not you, I'm just going to let you know that your name is coming up all across the sector and talking trash about the ladies. So I don't know if it's a actual, I don't know if it's you or if it's a troll, right? But again, everybody who has your name and you're using your name, you know, and there are trolls running around here using your name as well, you might want to consider changing your picture, changing how you type your name and, you know, or whatever. You might want to consider that, because there's been a lot of that. And I have specifically been in chats where I saw that name pop up saying something about me. And I knew it wasn't you because you're always around in my chats. So shout out to you, Riz Lyricist, but just to let you know that that's happening. You said, Bob, anti-Afro Svengali, against Afro-African heritage, Svengali control. Exactly. So Bob, I hope you got that. I hope you got that. Hey, whistleblower, I appreciate you being in the building. You said, thank you. This popped up on my feed. Really? Undoubtedly. You said, no, Bob, this is not interesting. Leave before it's too late. Shout out to my brother, We on Lock. I appreciate the super chat, bro, and the super sticker. Shout out to you for that. You said whistleblower facts, right? You said, I'm so lost. Okay, well, let me just help you real quick because I know you're lost. So we'll just go ahead and block you. I'm not sure why you're in here since you're lost. But we'll go ahead and keep going. Never mind, right? You said Umar has the sign up thus far. LOL, right? Well, he might be getting the cash for the rest of the motherfucking buildings, okay? I don't know. We need to look into this a little bit more. He said, what's up, We on Lock? What's up? He said, it's going to be a lot of job contacting going on. And by job contacting, I mean the Ventura County District Attorney's Office. I'm going to need everybody who has actually been through something with this, right? Everybody who has actually experienced CPS being called on them, the police being called on them, you know, being pushed into some kind of lawsuit, you name it, y'all beefing, going back and forth, this and this and this. You can't figure out why. You can't really pin down why, all these things. I need y'all to really start thinking about who is behind all of this shit. I really do. Hey, Slater Show, you say you failed. Respect, T. Right. Exactly. Hey, Boop, I appreciate you. You said, I'm obviously late. What's going on? You know, I'm talking about, the white supremacists up in this bitch. You said facts. You said, if this is not her, will she be offering $1,000 to find who this is? Exactly. Since you offered $1,000 and paid, quote unquote, allegedly, the $1,000 for this person and giving this person my personal information, which, by the way, I would love for you to do that. I would love for you to do that. I would love for you to dox me. Okay. But you go right ahead. But yeah, if I want to see if you're giving this person that $1,000, you understand what I'm saying? Because over this picture too, you know, are you offering $1,000 for someone to locate that person as well? Because you might as well pay me. You might as well pay, actually, you might as well pay Umar because he located this shit years ago. Actually, I didn't see this one on Umar, but you might as well pay Shaquem, you know, the new $1,000. But shout out to YM because YM definitely made that clear. And yes, I agree. Are you going to be paying that $1,000 out to who released this photo? You know, and who can contact and who can locate this person? And let's see, let's hold you to the fire and let's put your money where your mouth is and let's see what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And again, like I said, I really think everybody needs to think about all of this. This is not for anybody to look bad, anybody to feel any kind of way. This is not over anybody's feelings. This is not taking nobody's side. But y'all have had a lot come at you, a lot. People's jobs have been contacted. Their supervisors have been contacted. Their coworkers have been contacted. People's CPS have been called on folks. You got people thinking that CPS is being called by one person and it's really this bitch behind it all, giving out numbers, giving out addresses, all while using credentials to look that shit up. And the reason why, because I had somebody ask me in my comment section, right, if I really thought that she would be stupid enough to do that. And my answer to them was, yes, I do. And it's because she has been able to get away with this for so long, for so many years, that she became sloppy with it. And she really thinks what she's doing in her warped mind, she really thinks what she's doing is righteous. In her mind, she thinks what she's doing is righteous. So yes, we got to be over this at this point. We got to get on a united front. And like I said, we do not have to be friends. Everybody does not have to be besties and everybody's kumbaya and kikiing. It don't have to be like that. But you must start thinking with a free mind. You must start thinking as a free thinker and get out of this Svengali grip. And you must understand who is the problem, how long this has been going on, and what are we going to do about it now? What are we going to do about it? Even for the people who have been receiving information to dox people, you need an attorney as well. Because that could be viewed as, well, I'm not going to put those words, I'm not going to put certain things out in the universe, but I'm just going to say everyone needs an attorney. Anyone who has been through any kind of situation with her, I really think if you want to do a regular lawsuit or whatever, that's on you. But I really do believe that the sector overall has a class action lawsuit against the state of California. Allegedly, as long as we can confirm that she is or was working there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I, again, truly appreciate you guys for being in the building. Let me go ahead. Hey, Kyle, I've seen you before, so shout out to you. Hey, Crafted Legacy, you said that has happened to me. Hey, Keeper, I appreciate you. You said peace, Black Lounge, Divine, and chat. Dr. Nikki says, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and join the membership shop. Thank you, Nikki. And you said, hey, Keeper. Keeper says, peace to Dr. Nikki Slater Show and the whistleblower. You said she is thinking that she wouldn't get caught. However, she is leaving a cyber footprint. That is for sure. Yes. She left a full footprint, her full footprint up in there. And then for her, if she's using a system like a LexisNexis system or something like that, like, child, that the credentials don't go away on when, that shit was done. And yes, people are stupid enough to do that. There was a woman allegedly doing that and sending paperwork to on R. Kelly, to Tasha K. This is not unheard of, where people are stupid enough to use their government credentials. I've heard about this allegedly about Daryl Moore, which, again, information that I was shown does corroborate it. I just can't confirm it because I just wasn't there. But I can say that what I saw confirms that he was doing such a thing as well. And then there's others that are doing this kind of stuff. But again, I really do. I strongly believe that she is definitely behind this. She's been behind this. She's been behind all of this stuff. Everybody who's been doxxed, down to channels being removed and stuff like that. Just, like I said, with Aspirin Clown, there was a lot that was involved with that. But to be honest with you, and this is the last point I'm going to make before I end the show, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Shout out to Catherine Brown. For the first time, I'm going to give her a little bit of a shout out, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? She actually has a lawsuit. And her lawsuit would be good in the state of California, right? But she did us a hell of a favor in the sector. As much as we laughed at this shit and we talked shit about the chronology of that lawsuit, right? She actually gave us a running history of this fuck shit. Okay? She literally gave us documented history of the things that have taken place and how these things are tied in to anti-Afro Svengali. So shout out to Catherine Brown for doing that. Even if she ain't do nothing else, right? She definitely did that for the sector. And I have to give her her props for that. If she ever hears this on the airways, I'm pretty sure she will. Shout out to her. Because if it wasn't for all of that stuff, and like I said, everything in the universe happens for a reason, okay? Even if it don't make sense at the moment. But if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have a chronological document of a lot of things that really did happen in the sector. Now, there was some things that was out of context. There was some things that were said, in the lawsuit itself that didn't make sense to the situation. But it does highlight the actual situations, right? And how those situations tie into this white supremacist on my screen. All right. So she definitely did do that. And I just wanted to say that as far as that footprint is concerned. But yeah. And she says, hey to Clark. You said, hey, Clark. You said, I also agree. How is it that people can find Umar and pull up on Umar and not her? Right. She just, because she has access to that information, allegedly, You said, will the person which to whom previously stated in a recent live ever come forward with the video if AAS's early streams with E shadow a picture of her? Right. I wonder that too. You said, hey to Dr. Nikki. You said, hey at Miss T. Pre. You said, that's true. No such thing as deletion. Yeah, that's not going away. That is always going to be there. Yep, it was Catherine Brown that gave us a chronological explanation of everything that happened in this sector, down to the channels being removed, people, CPS being called on Lennon, CPS being called on this, on that, the information. You know what else I think? I got this feeling, and I'm just going to put this out there, and I don't think it was his fault, right? But I really do think that AAS set Rev G up too. I think she set Rev G up with that information that Shakim had received in regards to Rev G and the bussy, right? Rev G and fucking the students or whatever it was. I really think that it was AAS, because she will act like she's your best friend, but the whole time she fucking you up in the background. Okay, so yeah, I really think it was her that set up that shit. Now I'm just saying, I'm just putting a lot of shit out there, but I need the sector to start reeling them brains and start thinking about some shit, start putting some shit together. But yes, she's behind all this fuck shit, while y'all sitting here caping for this white supremacist. You said at Keep It 116, nothing is done in a vacuum. Nothing. Exactly. You said I had a domestic when I was young, but somebody is spread around so many different weird fake ass stories. It's totally amazing. From one domestic issue when I was a kid at 19 and I'm damn near 50. Right. Exactly. You said Clark 100. Hey, Joe, I appreciate you coming in the building. And Joe, Keeper says, hey to you. All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here. We've been on here for 40 minutes. But again, like I said, make sure that you guys hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe. and share. And make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you always hear when I am live. Also, hit the join button. We have a lot of great things happening over in members only. Members, we will be back on Saturday at 5 p.m. I'm trying to do that anyway. But I plan on doing that at 5 p.m. If not, it'll be Sunday. Okay. But we will be back on so we can finish out the discussion. And then we're going to start the new series, I believe, on the 22nd. So shout out to the members and everything that we've been doing with that. And again, I really appreciate you guys. Oh, there's a couple more things coming in. You said there are so many Andreas in the area. She's banking on thinking she will never be caught. Exactly. She was definitely banking on that because there's a white woman, there's black women, and the name is so common, you know, and who the hell would think that somebody would be that stupid to be working in the district attorney's office and using those credentials against people to cyber stalk folks? Like, nobody would think something like that, you know? You said, if that theory is true, why LL have the stories to expose her? I have no idea who that is or what you're talking about. So I don't know. You said, hey, Keeper, but shout out to you, Naps. You said, although I ride solo, has anyone seen my crew? I haven't seen Money. I don't know where she at, but shout out to you and the crew. You said, if true, will R have the stones to expose her? I'm not sure who R is. I got to find out who that is, Naps. Now you got me wondering. You said, peace, Naps. Everybody saying hey to Joe and Naps and everybody to each other. And hey, Clark, you said, I'm in your crew, Keeper. We all in Keeper crew. Shit. Well, listen, guys, I'm out of here, okay? I'm going to get out of here. Everybody keep their foot on this woman's neck. We got to get on a united front here in the sector, okay? I really do like the whole, oh, I see. Yeah. I don't know. I will say, I'm not going to say what I was about to say. All I'm going to say is that is a theory. It may not be true, but I find it very strange that who AAS doesn't like, or if she doesn't like how you're moving in a certain way, if she doesn't like who you're talking to, if she doesn't like whose panel you were on or whose chat room you were in, she will do the most demonic thing to you behind something like that. She will do the most disrespectful, demonic shit just because you simply are in somebody's chat room she doesn't like. And like I said, I want y'all in the sector. I'm about to leave. I know I keep saying I'm about to get out of here. I want y'all to think about the beefs that you're having, right? Because a couple of people are beefing over somebody saying something about them in a chat room. Okay? That is what y'all are beefing over. That is a mirror image of what this sector used to be. Before the whole Archibald lawsuit fallout, before all of that, that is a mirror image of what this sector used to be. If you were hanging out in Lennon's chats and hanging out in Didi and Paige's chats, hanging out in E&J's chats, hanging out over there with Rev G and stuff like that, if you were caught in Ghost chat or D. Darrell's chat or Monty Woodgrain's chat or any of the old school niggas, any of the OGs of the sector, right? If you were caught in any of those spaces, you were banned from the AFWs. You were treated a certain way. You were told they couldn't speak to you. Don't speak to this person. Don't go to this channel. Don't go to that channel. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The sector is a mirror image of that now. It's just new players. It's just she done went out and recruited new people. She done came around to people she couldn't stand. All of a sudden, y'all love her. Why? I need y'all to understand what is going on. I really need y'all to see exactly what's going on. And that's just that. So anyway, Listen, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I truly do appreciate you guys for being in the building. Shout out to everybody who came in, my mods that are in the building, and for those of you who will catch the replay. I will talk to you guys later. And again, think about these things. We have got to get to a point where we are no longer fussing and fighting with each other because, honey, that's what she wants. She wants to keep everybody fighting to keep the heat off of her. I will talk to y'all later. Peace, guys.